To begin the conversation, family, if you will please comment below. Do something amazing. Do something amazing. That is our objective as we enter into this week. Let's do something amazing, right? But in order for us to do something amazing, we have to be intentional and we have to get into what I like to call a flow state. You guys familiar with that, right? A flow state. Everybody comment below flow state. Think about your favorite athlete when they're in their element, when they're in the zone. Think about Jordan, game 6. Think about Kobe in the finals. Think about Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Think about your favorite track star in the Olympics. Think about them in that moment. They're in a flow state where nothing else matters, where they're aligned with where they want to be and they're executing at a level of excellence. And that's what we want to do as we step into this week's opportunities. We want to lead with successful intentions. That word intentions is where I want to place our focus, right? An intention. What is your intention for this week? The way I like to define intention is nothing more than direction, right? So if I'm intending to be happy, then ultimately I'm steering my focus and every part of me in the direction towards things that stimulate happiness. If I'm intending to have a successful week, then I'm directing all of me towards the things that I personally define to be successful. Whatever your goals may be, your personal, your professional, your business goals, whatever the case is, family, you define what success is, and ultimately you start steering every ounce of you in that direction. That's our goal. That's our objective. Do you want to be courageous this week? Is that your intention? Do you want to have empathy this week? Is that your intention? Do you want to be bold and brave and step with courage outside of your comfort zone? Is that your intention? You define what that is for you. But in order for us to truly be effective, again, let's circle right back to that word flow. We got to be in a flow state. I want to highlight a statement, a quote, that's really going to define ultimately how we can get into that flow state where nothing else matters. You're aligned with where you want to be and you're operating at a level of excellence that creates the outcomes and the results that you envision. And at the same time, we're also going to highlight 4 reasons why many people often opt out of their goals, why many people often give up when things become difficult and challenging. But within this statement, I believe is going to give us some calls to action that will assist us in being effective, being productive, and most importantly, making progress towards the things that matter in our life. So what I want us to do is this. I'm going to put this up on the screen. I want you guys to verbalize this statement. I may not be able to hear you, but I want to feel your energy. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want to feel your energy as we define what flow is for us this week. In order for us to get into the zone, right, to be in that flow state, this happens, say this with me, when your focus is invested into realistic goals and your strengths match the opportunity for action. That's when amazing things will begin to happen. Now, let me repeat this again for the people in the back in case we missed it. Getting into the zone. This takes place when your focus is invested into realistic goals and your strengths match the opportunity for action. That's when amazing things will begin to happen. Let's talk about the first thing that we want to focus on. Play on words right there, which is focus. Your focus is critical in this moment. One reason why many people often fall short with their goals and their dreams and making progress towards the things that matter in their life is simply because they lose focus. Let's be real this morning, family. There's not a shortage of opportunities. There's great things that you can accomplish, amazing steps that you could begin to take right now to get to where you aim to be in life. But the truth of the matter is this: what often happens with so many of us is we get distracted, whether it be by our challenges, our difficulties, the trauma that's happening in our life. The struggle becomes real and your mind is focused on that. And as long as you focus on your problems, your pain, or even your past, you will not be effective. You have to protect your focus. Let's even bring it home. Let's make it all personal for ourselves this morning. In many cases, right, we get distracted by things that are happening within society, things that we see on social media, the latest celebrity gossip or celebrity news. In some cases, you're having a political discussion or a political argument, so to speak, with somebody in the comment section on Facebook. For many of us, right, you're doing things or entertaining things or being entertained by things, rather, that aren't necessarily aligned with your goals, your dreams, and where you aim to be in life, simply because you become distracted and you lose focus. But in order for us to get into the zone and be effective this week, comment below, family, you got to protect your focus. That's number one. Let's lead into number two, okay? When your focus is invested into realistic goals. Everybody comment below. Make your goals realistic. Now, let me clarify what I mean when I use the term realistic. I'm not talking about, hey, your goals are too far-fetched. Your goals are wild and crazy and outrageous. It's not probable. It's not possible. That's not what I mean when I say realistic goals. When I say your focus being invested into realistic goals, what I mean is they're real to you. Because for so many of us, here's the second reason why we often fall short with our goals and our dreams. We lack the belief that it's possible, right? Or in some cases, like most people, they don't fail in life, not because they aim too high and they miss, but it's because in many cases they aim too low and they hit, because they have a big idea, a big goal, a big dream that they're aiming to accomplish, something great that they want to experience in their life. But deep down, they haven't bought into the fact that they can make it happen for them. So in order for us to really get into the zone and be effective, you've got to enter into this week knowing that you belong in that space, knowing that what it is that you desire in your heart, you can gain access to in your life, right? Knowing that you have the capabilities, you carry the gifts and the talents, you have the resources, so to speak, to build that reality in your life. It's a lack of belief that often holds many people back from experiencing everything that life has to offer. And what is often needed, family, is a fundamental shift in the way that you see yourself. Comment below. See me for who I really am. See me for who I really am. That's how I got to approach this week. I got to see me for who I really am. We often create limitations and restrictions, and we create boundaries on our potential based upon what has happened yesterday, our past experiences, our past failures, our past defeats. And we create rules in our mind on what we believe to be possible. But as you step into this week, family, whatever you want, whatever you desire right now in this moment, you got to develop a belief system that this is possible. It's possible for me. I can make this thing happen. It's real to me. A lot of people often base what they believe on what other people say, what other people believe, or in some cases, what has happened in their past. But what you're aiming for right now, what you're building right now, there's no blueprint that you can refer back to. You're building this thing from scratch. So you've got to develop that belief system from within that's going to influence you to show up even when the odds are stacked against you. Even when people are looking at you sideways for putting in the work and showing up consistently. When other people doubt what you're capable of, that doesn't necessarily mean you're unable to make that thing happen. You've got to have that belief from within, knowing that this is real to me. I'm getting in the zone in this moment to build this thing from the ground up. So again, when your focus is invested into realistic goals, I got to have it. And when your strengths, that's where we're going to go next. That's the third one, okay? Your strengths. Now, notice I said your strengths, not your friend's strengths, not your coworkers' strengths, not your parents' strengths. A lot of times we often look at what other people have and what we feel we're lacking, and we often feel as if we're not enough. No, we're talking about you right now. We're going to make this personal. When your strengths match the opportunity for action. The third reason why many people often fall short with their goals and their dreams is simply because they neglect to develop themselves. I'm a firm believer, family, that your gifts will make room for you. Yes, you're gifted, you're talented, you have unique capabilities, But at some point in time, you're going to have to develop yourself. You're going to have to work to improve, right? You can't just snap your fingers and UPS is going to show up at your door with the opportunity. No, in many cases, you got to be so great that they can't ignore you. And this comes through your preparation. This comes through you consistently improving yourself, acquiring the specialized knowledge that's going to give you access to those opportunities, consistently finding ways to add value to yourself, because the more value that you add to yourself, now you have more value to add to others. And the more value that you're capable of adding, the more opportunities will begin to open up for you. So when we talk about your strengths matching the opportunity for action, ultimately, what I'm saying is this: what are you doing in this moment to prepare yourself for your moment? What are you doing right now to develop your skills, to improve your craft, to increase your competence, to develop your confidence in ways where you can show up and strike while the iron is hot and produce value in ways that is unmatched by others? How are you putting yourself in the best possible position to win? We have to work at developing our strengths, right? Now, mind you, I said let's develop our strengths. A lot of times we focus so much on our weaknesses, what we're lacking, what we feel we don't have. And because our focus is directed towards those things, we're neglecting to improve the things that make us special and unique. You got to own what makes you unique, own what makes you special, even if other people don't understand it, even if other people don't agree with it. You work at being you and being the best version that you could possibly be, and develop your skill set. Develop that into a strength, because the opportunities are going to come. That's the third one. But we're leading in to the fourth one. Again, you're in the zone when your focus is invested into your realistic goals and your strengths match the opportunity for action. Match the opportunity for action. The opportunity, right? The fourth reason why many people often opt out of their commitments, neglect to take steps towards their goals, or abandon their dreams is simply because they grow impatient. They grow impatient. Family, we are living in a generation where everybody expects overnight success, instant gratification. They want a drive-through breakthrough. They want it to happen overnight. They want to step into the arena and be celebrated when they've only just shown up. They want to enter into the opportunity and be able to succeed at the first time that they make the attempt, failing to realize that anything great takes time. In fact, I want you to comment below that statement, family. Anything great takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen when you want it to, right? There's going to be a process that you have to learn to endure. But you got to understand the opportunity is coming. I need somebody to remember that this morning, okay? The opportunity will present itself. And like I mentioned earlier, you need to be ready for that opportunity. Yes, I understand you're disappointed. I understand you feel discouraged. I understand you're feeling some type of way because you've been working at this thing for quite some time. But understand me and hear me clearly on this. The opportunity is coming. That's not the question. The question is, will you be prepared? Will you be prepared? That's what patience is, family. It's not about just simply waiting. It's about what you're doing while you're waiting. How are you equipping yourself for that moment? How are you preparing yourself to enter into that opportunity? Will you be ready when your name is called? Like, think about that. If everything you wanted came to you right now, the opportunity, right? Whether it be for your business, whether it be for your career, whatever you're aiming to accomplish. If somebody came and presented an opportunity for you that was everything that you desired, would you truly be ready? If you cannot confidently answer that question with yes, you got work to do. You got to get busy. But as you get busy, understand, yes, the opportunity will present itself. I just got to take daily steps. I got to make sure I'm ready for my moment. I got to make sure I can strike while the iron is hot. So when somebody does call my name, I can be successful. Family, let's conclude by saying this. For us to get into the zone, we have to remain focused. We have to believe not only in ourselves, we have to believe in possibilities and what can happen for us and our lives. We got to develop our skill sets, strengthen our strengths, so to speak, and we have to be patient and trust the process. You can make massive progress this week with focus, discipline, and the willingness to go beyond what is comfortable and what is convenient and do whatever is necessary to get to where you aim to be in life. Family, this week will be whatever you make it. Whatever you make it, right? We're going to take full responsibility for this week's outcomes. We're not going to blame the economy. We're not going to blame our challenges. We're not going to blame people. We're not going to blame our past. We're going to take full responsibility for where we are and where we're aiming to go. This week's going to be whatever you make it. Today and every day this week, be intentional about how you show up. Be intentional about how you show up. Remember, intention is direction. You can direct yourself towards pain and frustration and discouragement, or you can direct yourself towards being powerful, towards possibilities, towards success. You have that executive power. Today, make the conscious decision. This is who I'm going to be. This is how I'm showing up. And this is the job that I'm going to get did this morning. And I'm going to be consistent with everything that I'm aiming to experience in my life. If you slid into this broadcast and I was unable to give you a shout out, be sure to comment below. And if, in fact, this is your first time, or maybe it's your first time in a long time, I welcome you and I want to shout you out as well. Put a number 1 in the chat and then place your first name afterward. Again, place a number 1 in the chat and then your first name afterward. I'll be sure to shout you out before we do wrap up today's broadcast. But I'm hoping that somebody somewhere found some value from this conversation. If you were picking up what your boy D1 was putting down, put some fist up in the chat below. Let me know that you benefited from this discussion and inspired you, it empowered you, it shifted your perspective in a positive way. Let your boy know. I would truly appreciate that. Bruce, my brother from another mother, is in the building. Hope all is well with you, Amelia, and the family. You're so very welcome, brother. Shout out to Oregon Tapped In out there on the West Coast. Strengthening our strengths. That's it. For sure, Mia, excuse me. Chatney's in the building. Anything great takes time. Got my beautiful and amazing wife tapped in. Appreciate it. I see the fist coming up, family. Be sure to share this out with the people that you care about. It's not too late for you to share the broadcast that may not be able to catch us live, but they can still catch the inspiration on the replay. Marcia, first time in a long time. Love this message. Glad to have you back, sis. Hope all is well with you. Also, family, if we have yet to connect on other social media platforms, connect with your boy. I'm at #1 Gibson. That includes Instagram, Facebook, as well as X, also on LinkedIn, and then visit my YouTube channel and subscribe if you've yet to do so. That's at youtube.com/David Gibson. And for more information on my coaching and speaking services, be sure to tap into the website at elevationIsAMust.com. On that website, you can also find my online shop where you can take advantage of books where you can purchase, whether it be physical books, ebooks, downloads, and resources, all designed to help you master your mindset and become the best version of yourself. I see the fist coming up again, family. Please share this out with those that you do care about. If you're watching this on YouTube, real quick, hit that like button. It goes a long way in the algorithm. Yes, Bruce, congratulations, family. Send some positive vibes to my brother from another mother, Bruce. I saw you recently got married and spent 2 years preparing. Praise God. Amen to that. Congratulations to you and your new bride. And may your marriage be blessed with abundance, love, joy, and happiness. For sure. So grateful for you and so glad for you, brother. Absolutely. Congratulations. I saw that on Facebook, man. Tell the missus to come join us on one broadcast as well. Likewise, Mia. Blessings to you and the family. Happiest holidays. Absolutely. The holidays are upon us. Closing out 2024, y'all. But we got to make sure we're taking this thing seriously and closing it out strong with focus, discipline, determination, and like I mentioned earlier, the willingness to go beyond what is comfortable and convenient and doing what's necessary to get to where we aim to be. With that being said, let's wrap this thing up. You got dreams to catch and success to create, so we got to get busy being great. Now, as we conclude this broadcast, if you find yourself in a difficult situation or a challenging experience, just remember, this too shall pass. It's only temporary, okay? I understand the struggle is real. Your back may be up against the wall, but don't make a permanent decision that's based upon a temporary circumstance. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Stay persistent. as you persist, eventually you will succeed. You may be saying, well, D1, you have no idea what I'm up against. You have no idea what I'm currently facing. You have no idea what it is that I'm struggling with in this season of my life. Come real close to your cell phone device. I want to speak to you personally. I may not know what's happening in your life right now. I may not know what you're currently up against. I may not even know you personally, but what I do know is this. Whatever stands in front of you and whatever stands behind you has nothing compared to the power that's at work within you. But you know what you got to do? You got to stand up with that power. You got to own that power. You got to start dominating your situation and circumstance and start dictating how you're going to feel in this moment and who you're going to be. You have within you the capacity to initiate positive changes in your life. Let me say that again. You have within you the capacity to initiate positive changes in your life. Don't succumb to how you feel. Don't give in to your situation. When it gets rougher, you got to get tougher and keep fighting for the life that you're aiming to experience. You're saying, D1, I don't know if I'm built for this. Listen, you're built for whatever you're willing to fight for. So this week, let that be your declaration. I'm fighting for what's mine. In fact, comment below, I'm fighting for what's mine. That blessing, that opportunity, that new level in my career, that opportunity in my business, whatever you're aiming to accomplish, you go fight for what's yours. And if nobody else tells you that they love you today, remember, your brother from another mother, D1 Gibson, has nothing but love for each and every single one of you. With that being said, family, have a remarkable Monday, a successful week. In fact, be effective, be successful. Let's live with some passion this week. And most importantly, 3 pounds to your chest. 1, 2, 3. Be powerful. We'll be back at it next week, Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in the meantime, have a phenomenal Monday. Peace.
I'm gonna make it. I can see my shot is here, so now I'm gonna take it. Gotta get up, get out, time to stand up, get loud, time to rise up off the floor. And I'm stronger than ever now, can't hold me down no more. I'm waking up, 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 I'm waking up. So I'ma do it right now, yeah, I'ma do it right now.